we got a massive update to the Smackdown hacker storyline. So we didn't see much of the Smackdown hacker on the April 24th edition of Friday Night Smackdown, but don't be mistaken, this doesn't mean that they're just gone. The Smackdown hacker storyline has been continuing through Twitter. We saw the hacker post that new teaser video to their Twitter, one last week, and now this week, we have another brief teaser from their Twitter account. It's a quick 15-second clip that starts with us hearing a voicemail in the background. It says, "You have one new message." Then we hear from the hacker, and he says, "The message will be delivered, and the truth will be heard." We see all their previous teasers, such as the envelope and their signature circle of light, as well as some new sound effects. So we've been seeing this envelope for months now on SmackDown, and we finally know what it means. The envelope represents the message that they're trying to deliver. Usually when you get a letter in the mail, it delivers a certain message to you. So that's the same idea that the hacker is using here with the roster. He's delivering the message to them. So that's why he's using the envelope graphic during his videos. Another important thing to question is that voicemail that says you have one new message. If this is in fact an actual voice message, then it's probably one of the superstars leaving a voicemail that's really going to expose the truth. Who can it be on the voicemail? We don't really know because the hacker has teased a list of new targets, but has yet to publicly reveal who he's after. But the hacker may be giving them some time to come clean, so that's why he hasn't exposed them. The hacker's bio could be a way that the hacker is communicating with his next target. Last week, his Twitter bio said truth or consequences, and this week it says last chance. So things are quickly escalating right there. It sounds like he was trying to tell the target to tell the truth right now, or if there will be serious consequences to face. Then it seems like the hacker didn't get the truth he was looking for from the target on SmackDown that week. So he has now changed his bio to last chance. Last chance is pretty self-explanatory. The SmackDown hacker is telling the target that this is their last chance to tell the truth and come clean, or they will be exposed and face the serious consequences from the SmackDown hacker himself. So what does this mean? Does this mean that the hacker will be absent for another edition of SmackDown in an attempt to give this target their last chance to tell the truth? And if the target doesn't tell the truth, it's safe to assume that the hacker will appear on the following SmackDown to fully expose them and reveal the truth for everyone to hear. Once again, we don't know who he's after right now at this current time, but if I had to take a guess, I'll pick Sasha Banks and Bayley. Sasha Banks and Bayley's friendship seems to quickly be falling apart, and every week they get closer and closer to their breakup. So could the SmackDown hacker be closing in on Bayley and Sasha to really finish the job and separate them? It's definitely possible because they're the ones that must have a lot of dirt on each other behind the scenes and are even beginning to let the cracks in their relationship show to everyone on TV. So they would be prime suspects right now for our hacker to close in on. Not to mention that this will be a big segment by the SmackDown hacker if he can expose Sasha and Bayley. Sure, he has exposed Mandy Rose and Sonya Deville, and that was a big deal. But exposing Sasha and Bayley is like a whole nother level up from Sonya and Mandy. You're talking about exposing the SmackDown Women's Champion Bayley and her best friend Sasha Banks, who have been closer than sisters since their NXT days. So when everyone on the roster sees that not even Bayley and Sasha Banks are safe from the hacker, it's really going to wake them up and have them be more cautious from here on out. But absolutely loving this storyline so far. The hype is building up. We really want to see what's going to happen after the target's last chance is gone. It seems like a lot of fans are also enjoying it because the SmackDown hacker's Twitter account has gained over 14,000 new followers in just a few days. So it looks like everyone is intrigued and it's going great so far. Really wish there was more storylines like this because it's a lot of fun to discuss and speculate about the story. The fact that the hacker doesn't have to wait to SmackDown every week to advance the story is also a great thing. He can just hop on Twitter any day of the week and post a teaser that will keep us interested in what's to come. I also saw some fans speculating that this last chance message could be referring to the actual reveal of their identity on SmackDown. Sure, that's a possibility and a great idea, but I feel like it's way too soon for the identity reveal. If they reveal themselves and their identity this fast, it'll be alright, but the threat is so much more impactful and feels more scary with their identities being hidden. So even though the fun part is trying to figure out who they are, I'm hoping that we don't rush to the reveal that fast and just let us slowly build up to a reveal. The other theory that I like about this storyline is the roster fighting back against the hacker. So we're still not sure. There might be one hacker or more hackers involved here. But either way, the SmackDown roster still outnumbers the hackers. So eventually, after so many people get their secrets exposed, maybe the SmackDown roster unites and does everything they can to track down the hackers and stop them from invading everyone's business. That's an interesting idea because the roles will be reversed. The hacker will now be on the run, and the superstars will be the hunters that are trying their best to track them down. Then that will lead to their reveal, and whether it's one hacker or a group of three, that's when all the people they expose will come back and possibly challenge them to a match to get their revenge on them. So if it's done right, it could set up some great long-term booking and long-term feuds for everyone involved. Real quick, if you made it this far and enjoy what you see, make sure to hit the subscribe button below. A large percentage of our viewers aren't even subscribed. So take a second to hit that subscribe button so you won't miss any of the new daily videos. Let's get back into the story. So for today's second story, we'll be taking a look at popular late-night talk show host Conan OBrien, recently poking fun at WWE and other wrestling companies for continuing during these times. As we discussed in weeks past, Florida has stated that they're fine with WWE production going on because they view it as an essential service. Conan pointed out how bizarre that was and followed it up with a little skit. There's a lot of commercials on television right now thanking and showing appreciation to all the hospital workers. Well, Conan decided to flip it and make one of these appreciation commercials for the wrestlers in a very sarcastic tone. The skit starts by thanking all those heroes that are risking everything to keep us going strong. The commercial goes through a list of people such as hospital workers, grocery workers, delivery workers, and lastly, professional wrestlers. The commercial states that WWE has frontline heroes, such as Mojo Rawley, Roman Reigns, Natalya, and Sasha Banks. Even though it was a pretty funny skit, you can tell whoever made this for Conan really isn't keeping up with WWE because Roman Reigns hasn't been around in over a month. So they should have put more research and time into it, and it would have made it even more funny. But what are your thoughts on the SmackDown hacker storyline advancements right now? And are you getting excited for the hacker giving their final warning? And what do you think of Conan poking fun at WWE? Leave your comments. Don't forget to subscribe with all notifications on so you won't miss any new videos. And leave a like if you enjoyed. Thanks for watching, guys.